Hi everyone. Today's video we have the sales data from the multiple states. Now we are going to clean the data through the Power Query. These sales data are exported from the Tally Prime accounting software. Now we see the data first. What are the data cleaning measures we are going to apply? These are the data. Right now we have only the state of the sales data. It could be possible in the future we received the multiple state of the data. Keep in this mind, we are going to build our query accordingly. Our query should not be breached in the future. So let's move to the data first, and I am explaining the data and are the cleaning measures we are going to apply. First, we are going to get rid of all the junk rows from the top. These are the junk rows from the top. Now we capture the data of one of the voucher entry. These are the voucher entry. We are going to capture the date column. It's a customer name. It's a voucher type, voucher number, and the total sales, total invoice value. Now these are the type of service we sold to the customer, and these are the amount, which is the taxable amount. And these taxable amounts, we are going to apply the taxes on that amount. Now, they are the multiple service and the various type of service we provided to the customer. What are the columns we are going to capture from that voucher entry? First column is the date, second column is a customer name, third column is a type of service we provided, fourth column is a voucher type, voucher number. Now, going to the number, these are the total sales value. Now, this is the taxable value and these are the taxes. These are the columns we are going to capture from one part of the portion. Now, again, we are captured from another part of the portion. Now, I close the file, and what are the cleaning measures we are going to apply? Right click on that. I create the new file. Now, open the file, go to the data, get data from file from folder. Now, these are the sales data here. I click on that and open. The data is opening in the Power Query. Click on the transform data. Now these are the data. The contained column, we have the binaries, the particular state. We are going to add column and extract the data. Click on that custom column. I type the function excel.workbook. Excel.workbook function is returned extracted from the data from file. Fit the content folders, all the data, all the binary data is here. I close the bracket and okay. Now new column is created. These are the sheet level data we extracted from the binary. Now we are going to expand the data and capture the column data column. I click on that expand button. I click on that data, uncheck the prefix and okay. Now these are our the data. We are going to perform the measures to cleaning the data. First, we are going to get rid of all the top junk rows. Now, we are going to go to the add column, custom column. Table.skip required the table. The data column have all the tables. I feed the data column, comma, the condition. What are the condition? We are going to remove the top junk rows. Now, the column 1 has a date. Type the column 1. All the junk rows are deleted before the date is here. I type the column is not equal to date. Close the bracket. Before the column 1, I type the each keyword. Each of the row we are going to remove. Now, all the junk rows are deleted. We are going to capture the date column, date row. We capture the customer name, voucher type number, and the voucher number, and total tax value. First, we are look at the data. I click on the table and expand the data. Now, what are the data? It's a total row is here. Now, also we are going to remove the total row and filter the data according to the date. Delete the step. Now, the table.skip row is basically used to skip the row from the top based on the condition. Now we are going to delete the unwanted columns. Go to the custom column, type table.select column and feed the table, comma. Now what are the columns we are going to select? I provided as a column as a list and click on the OK. All the unwanted columns are removed. Now I promote the headers. I alter the formulas and promote the headers. Now the headers are promoted. Now I filter the data according to the date. I go to the custom column. I type table.select rows. Table.select rows. Table.select row is basically filter the rows from the table. I feed the table custom column which we have all the tables and type the condition which we want to filter the data based on the date table. I type the date column is not equal to blank. Now I type the each keywords because each of the row we want to capture from the date and okay. Now our the data is filtered and capture all the dates. Next is I want to filter the data and remove the last row. I want to use the Power Query function, which is the table dot remove the last n and close the bracket into the end. Now we can remove the last row. Now I don't want the creators column. Now earlier we have selected the columns. I remove the column number 8. These are the columns we want. I change the name of the query, which is a invoice value. Now we are going to add the column inside the nested table and capture the state name based on the respective tables. Now we can extract it the state name from that name column. I select the column, go to the extract and text before delimiter and type the space and sales and OK. Now I extracted the state name from that column. Now we can use to create the nested column inside the table, which is the sheet name. Now I type the table dot add column, which is a function to generate the column inside the nested table. Now I feed the table, which is all the tables we have in the custom point, comma, the new column name inside the nested table, which is a state name, comma, and what you want to add nested table column. Now I add the column name, name column, which have the all the state name. Now I add the state name column, which I wanted to insert the column name and close the bracket. Before the column name, I generate as a function and assign the variable as a x. And now I OK. Now the state names are added in the newly generated column inside the nested table. Now we duplicate the query and rename, which is a taxable value. Now delete the sum steps. There is a data's column which has a null value. I don't want the data's column. I want the creditor's column. We change the sum m code and capture the creditor's column. Then we capture the O&M service with the taxable value. Now, before we filtering the data according to the service, I fill down the voucher number. Before fill down, I apply the null values on empty cell. Generate the sample code, click on that table, expand the table, right click on that voucher column, replace value. Replace value, find value, nothing. Replace with null. Click OK. All the values are null and we generated the sample code. We copy the code and delete this step. Click on the table, go to the add column, custom column, paste and change this code. Feed the table custom.1. All the blank cells are replaced with the null. Now I'm going to type the fill down operation. Table.fill down and which column you want to fill down. Curly bracket. Type the column name. Fill down operation is performed. All the voucher numbers are filled out. Now click on that one of the table and check the last column also is filled out. I remove the last row from that table and type table dot remove n. Now we remove the last row from all the tables. Now we are going to filter operation performed in the particular table, particular column. I perform the filter options on voucher type. Go to the add column, custom column. I type table.select rows. Table.select rows require the table. The custom column has a table and condition is voucher type. Voucher type column is not equal to blank. The table.select row, which is basically the column, custom column, the two has all the tables and each, which is a voucher column inside the nested table is not equal to blank. Close the bracket and OK. Now I change the equation is equal to. We capture, we filter the data and remove the unwanted rows. Now I select, now I remove the tax and remove the taxes and capture only the columns which contain this service. Now we go to the add column, custom column. Before we going to we generate the sample code. Click on that any tables. Go to the filter option, text filter, contain. Go to the advanced. Hey, particular columns contain is not equal to GST. Particular columns contain does not equal to SGST and or particular columns does not equal to IGST. These are the taxes. We remove the all the taxes and capture the type of service. Click on OK. Now we are going to change something instead of or and. Now we capture all the services and remove all the taxes. Copy the code and delete the steps. Go to the custom column, paste it and change the sum code and feed the column number 3. Custom column dot 3 has all the tables. Now we generate the new column which is a filter. Now also delete the first row from that column and unwanted columns. Now I click on the custom column, table.select rows. Table.select rows, which basically the tables is a custom.4, comma, the condition. Condition is the particular column is not equal to blank. Each of the row is removed. Now the blank row is removed from the top. Again, we are going to remove the unwanted columns. Table.remove column basically remove the columns and type the name as a list. The date column. Now unwanted columns are removed and these are the type of the services we provide. Now I duplicate the query. I capture all the taxes. Click on that one of the click on the any of the tables. I generate the sample code. Filter contains the particular columns contain GST or SGST or particular columns contain has IGST. Okay, now we capture all the columns. Now I copy this code, go to the custom column, type, paste the code, feed the table. Now we are filter the data accordingly. Now I type table.remove column. What column you want to remove, which is a date column and voucher type. I feed the column as a list. We remove the unwanted columns. Now in that column, in that column, I want to only the CGST tax. Now click on that any of the table and type, go to the advanced, particular contain has the IGST. Filter the data according to the taxes which is a IGST tax. I duplicate the query which is a CGST tax. Again I duplicate the query HGST tax. Now I change the some codes which is a SGST. Now I got the HGST. Now I got the CGST. All the data cleaning process are done. Now I combine the data. One of the trick in the Power Query, combine the data of the multiple columns. Now we are going to perform the operation is one of the particular tables. Now these are operations are copied and delete the step. Perform the operation in the nested table. Add the custom column and paste and feed the column and okay. Now I'm performing the same process of the SGS table and CGS table quickly. Now the next is look up the columns from multiple tables and combine them. Now I right click on that, drill down. This is the final tables. The tables are converted to the list. Combine the data of all the tables. Table.combine. These are the table.combine. All the data are combined. Similarly, we are doing the same process in all the tables. Combine the data. All the data are combined. Go to the invoice value column. Now I look up the values from the multiple tables on the main tables based on the voucher number. Now go to the home and merge query. Merge query used to look up the value from one table to another table. Select the taxable value. Select the voucher number. It's a unique from all the tables. Now we got the tables. Inside the table we have the type of supply and the taxable value. Click on the expand icon. We select only the particular and the creditors. We have the particular as a type of supply. Click on the prefix and OK. Now I change the column names, which is the type of supply and one is a taxable value. We are going to look up the two tables from taxable value. Similarly, we are going to look up the data from other column also. Now the data is clean up. We load the data into the Excel. Now finally, we have the another state of the data, which is only two state of the data, Maharashtra and West Bengal. Now I have the another state of the data, which is the Tripura state. I copy the data and paste into the folder, sales data. I go to the query and right click on that and refresh. Now automatically is refresh the query once the data is based on that folder, which is Tripura state. All the data are captured in the one click. These are the Power Query's ability to transform the data and automate your task. Thank you for watching this video.